Old Gray Skirt, from the book Poetpourri, A Labyrinth of Wandering Thought, read by the author. The old gray skirt was out once more, picking through the barrows. I'd seen her many a time before where that ancient Nor bridge narrows. A wearisome-looking lass was she, maybe 80-odd. Better she than me, I thought, and finished with, thank God. Almost double bent she was, and ragged were her clothes. There ought to be a law, I thought, as down the street she goes. Big as brass, this tiny lass pushed a shopping cart, stolen from a Ralph's or Vaughn's, I mused, or other nearby mart, full of bottles, cardboard, cans, and other trash donations. I surmised her daily haul would barely give her rations. I decided then, upon a whim, to shadow as she tottered, and sat amazed in SUV at the many blocks she covered. I watched her as she passed folks by, with a friendly word or nod, then watched her disappear with buggy into the salvage shop. Ah, now, I mused, she'll wander home to scrounge another day. But, smiling out, with cash in hand, she went a different way. Her fingers nimble, deft, and swift, as she searched among the rubble. Amazing how fast filled that cart, although she stooped half double. Such industry, such energy, a champion against defeat. And of a sudden, this frail lady looked to fill the street. And so I spent that afternoon watching in amazement as old Gray Skirt, bright cart in hand, pounded down the pavement. 3 more times she gathered up and sold with satisfaction. Did she do this every day? Brain reeling in reaction. Did she lose husband to the war? Was she a flood survivor? Did she lose all to bankruptcy with no means to survive her? As told, I spent that afternoon reflecting on her plight, her youth, her children, financial loss, how she spent her nights. My mind could scarcely take it in, and I felt so ashamed. I'd thought to merely have a laugh, but my heart rearranged. As I pondered, holding back the tears that tried to flow, this little thing in tattered gray stood tapping at my window. I've seen that you've been following in that grandiose machine. You tried to hide a time or two, as if you can't be seen. My goodness, just what is it, sir? I doubt rape would be your deed. And if it's robbery, son, I swan you'd get but chicken feed. Book, then, is it? You writing a book? The little lady queried. You can't do a book on me until I'm dead and buried. Don't get your pencil out just yet. I'm hungry, tired, cold. You can drive me to the Burger King. No, I know I'm being bold. A very nice girl works in there. I think her name is Claire. I have a special booth to sit, and she supplements my fare. Claire knows as soon as I step in if I or she must pay. I smiled, put the cart in my SUV, and said, I'll be Claire today. So we sat there in a corner booth across from one another. To any casual passerby, she could have been my mother. She smiled a wispy little smile and said, This is like a date. I replied, taking both her hands in mine, Dear, this is more like fate. Today I learned a lesson most valuable to me. I've planned each facet of my life, just how it had to be. My car gets washed on Tuesdays. Friday, I go to Al's. Every Monday evening, I play poker with my pals. Though I have everything I need, my life is quite a bore. Today you taught me with your life that less is sometimes more. You walk as though you own the world and labor hard and steady. And yet, with people that you meet, your smile is always ready. Old Gray Skirt just smiled at me and said, "It's time to go. You may begin with pencil, friend. For now, I'll not say no. Just take me, if you'd be so kind, sir, to the edge of town." So that I did, both she and cart, then slowly drove back down. Now, many an evening at my desk, I write of things that haunt me, of Old Gray Skirt, her life, her loves, of things as she would want me. And many a dawn I find myself where that ancient Nor Bridge narrows, and I walk a bit with Old Gray Skirt, the lady 'mongst the barrows.